Welcome to Frequency Tarot. I am the Frequency, also known as Quincy, known by most. On this channel, we'll be doing pick a card readings, just live conversations, all types of different forums I want to have on this space. But today, we're going to be doing what does October have to bring you? And let me take these glare monsters off. And I want this to be like more like a ASMR kind of channel, because I like to watch readings myself. Sometimes as I sleep and in the morning, I like things to be kind of quiet. But I want your input, so you let me know what you guys like. You know, I'm going to be showing mainly my hands during the reading, but if you want to see more of my face as I'm pulling cards, I enjoy, showing what cards we receive. Put it in the comments below, email me, whatever. Find me on social media. Everything is The Frequency Tarot on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. But without further ado, this reading will be about what October has to bring you. And I'm going to have 3 piles. So let's get over to that part and I'll meet you guys there. Okay, so we have 3 piles today. Pile 1 with the Horror Tarot by Todd Alcott's with the coin. We have Universal Monsters Tarot deck. I don't see the name for this, but I'll leave everything in the description box below with the eyeball. And we have the charm, which I created. This is electroforming technique. It's a clear quartz with amethyst, and I think that's serpentine. I'm gonna open up my Etsy shop soon, and then we can kind of discuss a little bit more about this. I'm gonna probably post some things about my process with that. But anyway, that'll be for later time. So this is pile 3 with Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, which is one of my favorite movies to watch during Halloween season. So let's take a minute. Your intuition usually lets you know exactly what you need to know very quickly within the first few seconds of seeing. Once again, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. You can skip to your pile of choice. I'll have the timestamps in the description box. But let's move on to pile number 1. And once again, we're just seeing what does October have to bring you. This will be a quick message. So I feel off the bat with the coin, October is going to be filled with a lot of choices, but they're going to be a lot easier than you believe to make the decision of. So if you're in between 2 romantic partners, you'll be able to decide whom you need to be with a lot faster than you believe. It'll be possible for you. You already know the answer, I feel. The difficult part of it, and I've been here too, the difficult part is you're entertaining 2 different parts of yourself. So it's like being with a person who, one is really creative and artsy and into the same TV shows as you, and then you have this other person who's more technical, logical, kind of entertains that left brain. So that's some of the intuitive message I'm getting here. Let's see what the tarot has for us. So I want to see the first half of October. The first half of October. The 7 of Cups. Options. I'm telling you, you will have a lot of different options in October. It's not a bad thing. I feel like it's all about what you make it. At the bottom of the deck, We have the Wheel of Fortune. So you can't go wrong. And I feel like you've been here before. You may find yourself in these situations pretty often where you have to pick. You may be a person who's like, God, I don't like telling people no. Like every time I tell people no, I feel like I'm the bad person, or you know, what if I have to decline somebody? Or if you're the employer, for example, you may have to make a decision on an employee, you know. Um, this month is going to be about highlighting your choices. And there's no wrong in your choices. And also, they're going to be pretty major with the Wheel of Fortune. It's going to be something that makes a big difference in your life and even some of the people around you. So let's continue. That was just the beginning of October. Let's move forward to about the second week of October. And sometimes I, as a reader, intuitive reader, I don't always go off of what the card's traditional meaning is. So give me grace and just take the message as it is. Once again, leave it if it doesn't work for you. This is kind of that continued theme here with the Suit of Wands, where you're here and all these different options are around you. We have another 7 again. I would even say what could be important is the 7th day of the month. So it's October 7th. There may be in this month 7 dynamic moments that occur with 7 different people. You could have more opportunities than the average person at this time. Let's say this, let's simplify your October. Your biggest issue is not movement. There's a lot of movement happening for you in October. The difficult part is, how do I make the choice, right? Even for some of you, how do I defend my decision in these choices as well? Some people may not be happy with the decision you make. You're going to have to maybe break a few hearts or, upset a few people here with the choice that you're going to be making. But let's move on to week 3. The Chariot, movement, once again, movement. And the Chariot also talks about, new vehicle. You may even be making a decision about getting a new car, if you're in the mood to think about getting a new car. Um, and also just travel in general. I know summer is over, but it's still travel season for some people. Like, the holidays are approaching. Some people go out of town for Halloween parties, or, you may be having yourself think about going to New York or something like this, or California for some crazy Halloween bash. Once again, this all is going to condense around you making choices for yourself, not worrying about the world around you and what they need to be pleased. So as I'm honing in on this message for October for you, it's really around making choices for yourself, regardless of who's around you and what they want for you. This is your decision. This is your life. You're really stepping into a new level of ownership. And let's move to the end of October. Once again, these are going to be quick readings, but I'm going to lean more towards doing like weeklies. I really would love to do dailies if I can just do like little quick pick of cards for you guys. I have over 100 tarot decks. I've been reading for so long. I really just want to give offering here. So let's move to your week 4. Week 4 for pile number 1. Judgment. So the decision is going to be made by the end of the month. We're going to be hit with all the choices in the beginning. You may be feeling this right now as you watch this video. Next few days, leading up to the 7th day of the month, you'll be hit with all the different opinions. I would really minimize also how many people I'm relaying this information to. This is going to create this discomfort here. We don't need any of this. Okay. I don't need all these people in my business. I'm going to do what I want to do, and I don't need all of you guys to make the choice for me. The image I'm having in my head is like you're at the lunch table when you whip out that snack that everybody wants. And now you're the talk of the lunchroom, like, because they have to find a way to get close to you to enjoy this with you. This is your opportunity. This is your time. Let's limit the amount of people who feel like they have access to it. Chariot, within the third week, we're talking about movement. The decision is going to be close to being made, whatever that is for you. Like I said, take it if it resonates. Could you be looking at a new car? Just movement in general. It's a positive form of movement, though. I don't feel any like issues or anything stopping you at this time. You're the only thing in your way, if anything. And then we have the Judgment card, where the decision will be made. Bottom of the deck, we have the, let's see, the Suit of Swords. And this Suit of Swords is the, I believe in this deck, this is the Four of Swords. Yes. This is going to bring peace. After this judgment is made, there'll be a lot of peace that comes through for you. Now let's move on to a little message. I have a little oracle deck that I like to use. So let's see what it has to say. Something's also saying to rest more. I feel like also you're thinking more than you have to. Like, I don't want to slow you down because I feel like you're a very fast moving person. You may find yourself even being like an overthinker, but something's saying to like find more time to kind of zen out, you know, listen to some slower music, or just have at least a little bit of time in your day for you where you can just relax and think about nothing, or, you know, journal. Let's get an oracle. Move with joy. So it says, embrace outdoor activities that light up your joy. Let each moment in nature be a leap of delight. Oops. That's cute. Some of you, like I said, I feel like if you live in a warmer area of the world, because I'm reading for a global audience, you're going to a place with colder weather. If you live in a place where it's hot or where it's colder, you move into a more warmer space if you're in the mood for travel. But this is just speaking once again about kind of getting that moment of peace, um, and trusting that even through this peace and this relaxation, or this, like, you know, escapism, is still not getting in the way of your choice. It's okay. Getting into another environment could actually bring you the peace you need to see more clearly. Well, that's what I have for you, pal number one. Once again, if you want a personal reading, you can find me in the description box below. I'm just so grateful to be back on this channel. It's been a long time coming, and I want all of your input. So if there's anything you guys want to give, positive, negative, thumbs it up, thumbs it down, what have you, I'm here for it. Like, I'm using this space to not only, you know, hone my skill and share messages with you all, but to perfect whatever this could be. This is our space. Moving on to pile number dos. All right, pile number three with the eyeball. Okay, I don't know who the singer is, but it's like the lyrics are like, first I was afraid, I was petrified. Who is that again? Leave without you by my side. What was that song? I know I should know, but when I'm in like this channeling space, like, I lose so many different, like, I lose access to a few different thoughts, different parts of my brain rather. Um, so let's see. It feels like a nervousness going on with this pile. Even it's eyeball here, eyeball, 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 right? It's like seeing something. Mm. Oh, that was Donna Summer, I think. Yeah. Some type of triumph is happening for you. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. All right. Let's do the first week of October for you, pile number 2. Pile number 2. Two of Pentacles. And I'm an intuitive reader once again. So as I look at this, just the imagery of this card, I feel like a lot of what's going to be happening for you in the month of October is around the home. Something also about visiting family. Like, I don't know, you may have family members lining up your month of October and November, and you're like dreading it. I don't know. Someone in this file maybe having to visit some in-laws or something they're not a huge fan of. That's just a side message. Don't take it if it doesn't resonate for you. If you love your in-laws and those great pies and things they make, then hey, don't listen to me. That's just something I feel. Let's see. That's the first week. So it's about like things are gonna start to be kind of crafted and planned for you in the first week of October. You may be feeling like lining it up already. So, sometimes we already have our month planned beforehand. For you, there's a lot of different things coming up this first week of October. I'm an intuitive reader. I don't always go off of what the cards are saying. So just listen to the message. Second week of October. What's this? 9 of Pentacles. It's like you see how you're getting closer to the castle. You see? Side message to finish line, You're somewhere in the distance from this goal, which is this castle. And now you're so close, you can see inside. But there's a fear. Remember, as I said in the beginning, there's some type of temptation or fear or uncertainty. But no, you have what it takes. You wouldn't even have the ability to be this close to this goal if it wasn't for you. Fill in the blanks of whatever that could be for you. But I'm sensing something about that. The imagery is giving me a story here of you know, a young person moving towards their goal after a long quest. You can see the end. Even if it's not near, you can just see it in your mind now. And that can be with anything. You can see the end of this romantic relationship, meaning we were past that hurdle we were at before where I couldn't see myself with you. Now I can. I can see a future now, We've conceived a baby and now I can see the white picket fence in the house more than I could before. Just something like this. Even though I was declined the promotion, I can see my way through to something greater. I can see the reason why I wasn't given this opportunity or why things went the way it went. You're getting a gift of clarity in the month of October. Card number 3. Pile 2. The third week of October. 8 of Cups. So this is like we're breaking out of this energy. Fear or doubt or concern. Like we're on the castle grounds now. And there's no excuse for us to be afraid or wonder if we're able to do what we need to do to have success here. You've made it this far, And also, just a side intuitive message: drink more water. I feel like There's a dryness here. You've been walking, so you're in go mode. And I've been here before. You want the goals, the completion so bad. You're just like, whatever it takes. Like, I don't care. I'm gonna not eat sometimes. I'm so hungry for this goal that I have in mind, or this vision I have in mind. So let's move on to your last week of October. Don't let your heart beat so strong you forget, your feet that are on the ground. Your feet need treatment too. Last week of October, and then we move on to your oracle. These are going to be kind of short. I'm just getting the car started, you know what I mean? I haven't ridden a bike in a while. Gotta make sure my knees still work. Last week of October, Wheel of Fortune. There it is. Oh God, yes. Feel the chills. Oh God. Yeah, it's like you're in the distance. You can see the light, and it's dark because you approach this scene at night, and now you're close, and the sun is here. You're so close, you don't even care about your body at this point. You're just trying to get there. You're like at a finish line. You're at the end of the race, and you just want it so bad. Like nothing's gonna stop you. And then you're inside, and you have met your goal head on. And how wonderful is this for you to have made it? I mean, you knew it was yours all along, and now it's here. So at the end of October, you're going to find this success, and any of these doubts you've had or concerns you've had are gone. You know, I just want to say I'm proud of you for pushing through. I can tell it wasn't easy, especially halfway through the month. I would even say right now, because some of you are like, what is he even talking about? Trust me. Come back to this video and put in the comments. You'll know what I'm talking about. I can see it for you. Whatever this goal is, you fill in the blank. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm being vague on purpose. Romance, friendship, even issues with your family, whatever. Just something that's happening with you that you can see the end of now, and it's near completion. It's coming to fruition for you this month. Let's get you an oracle card. You can see clear. Okay. Protect digital privacy. Be cautious about personal information shared online. Don't overshare and endanger your privacy or security. Interesting. I feel with that how this can correlate with the message that I'm giving. Just like pile one, you're gonna have to move in silence with some of this. Maybe you're not supposed to be on these castle grounds. Maybe you're not from there, and you're having to kind of become something new to fit into a new environment. Once again, it could be, having to make peace with a family member. You may have to fake it till you make it a little bit. Maybe you're a new manager or a new boss in a work environment. Maybe you never managed before, but they hired you and now you're here. What are you going to do? Say you're not ready? We're not going to do that. So a little bit of silence would be needed. And don't be that person who's just posting about your success all the time. Sometimes let people wonder. Show them what you want them to see and leave the rest for yourself. All right, that's all I have for you, pile number 2. Moving on to pile number 3. Thank you so much. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, all the information will be in the description box below. And blessings to you. And if you just want to, message me just to say hey, that's fine as well. Welcome. Moving on to pile 3. Pile number 3 with the Nightmare Before Christmas. This is my, oh God, this is one of my childhood favorites. This is when I knew I was very like spiritually, esoteric, occult like. Because when I seen this movie, it just did something for me. Like, I know every song, like, boys and girls of every age. Don't get me started. Listen, I'll put it on repeat. Like, thank God I don't have children right now because I feel like the way my children would be mad at me, like, Dad, for real, you're watching this cartoon every morning. Yes, I am. All the way through Christmas. All right. As I did for all the other piles, we're doing the weeks of October for you. Starting off with the first week of October, I'm going to give you a message. Just take what resonates, leave the rest. Just sit back and relax and enjoy what comes to me that I can relate to you. Pile number 3, the first week of October. Let's give you a little spread on cam. The Ace of Cups. A new... I feel multiple things from this. I feel celebratory energy, like, maybe celebrating some of your birthdays. I'm feeling happy Libra season. I also feel a new, I want to say romantic offer, but it feels like a lot of you already have a person in mind. So I want to say a romantic boost. Like this potion in this picture is like an addition, It's more of an enhancement. It's than a bringer of a lover. And on top of that, I feel too, for some of you, a small percentage, you may be finding yourself on some new, different health kick regimen, something like that, you know, taking your herbs and doing your juice and things like that. You're knowing what you need to do to take care of your body. You're trying to get snatched, you want to be snatched and picked. Snatched and picked. Chose. Not in a bad way, chose, the good way. Second week of October. We're going to continue the story here. 10 of Wands. What's good will not come easy, but you're able. I feel like this month is it may not seem like a lot's happening, but it is. You're changing, you're developing, you're growing, you're transforming, you're setting new goals for yourself. You're watching your Taibo and doing your yogas and all those things to get right. And I feel like with that, you're going to find a new level of peace. I see like a person becoming new, transforming, growing. Like this is a self-development month for you, is what I feel. Third week of October. Ooh, this is a nice one. 5 of Swords, but and I like this imagery too, because I feel like you're facing, this is both you. These aren't, and that's another thing about it. Maybe I'll have a video talking about this. A lot of times with these stories we used to watch as kids, they're not talking about different people. These are just different aspects of ourselves. You are the boogeyman and you're Jack all at the same time. And it's like through this healing process, through this transformative energy that you're kind of expressing here, you're becoming this newer version of yourself. Like, once again, like I said, you could be going from, let's say, plus size to more slender, or slender to plus size, or whatever, because sometimes you want to gain weight, sometimes you want to fill out or go up to the gym and get buff or what have you. So it's like I feel in the third week of October, I see like a shift that's finally taken place. You've drank the potion, you've waited, and now you're seeing the results. Now, traditional tarot says this is like an aversion to an issue. I feel like the issue's with yourself. I don't feel another person. I could say a really small percentage of you guys, the issue is like another person. I don't sense that. I feel a lot of this is you versus you. Moving on to week number 4, though. Let's see. You versus you, darling. Temperance. Yeah. And I love at the bottom of the deck is that guy. It's forget her name. Even though said I was watching the movie so many times, I don't remember his name. But he was her creator. Like, this is Dr. Frankenstein. This was like his Frankenstein. I forget her name. It'll come to me. But either way, I feel like you're creating this whole new version of yourself. At the end of the month, you're going to have more balance. You're going to have more clarity. You're going to have more ease and grace for yourself. I feel like you could just be accomplishing a new version of yourself that's just easier on yourself, you know? It could be that simple. But either way, you're going to be really happy with what you've developed. You've crafted this character. There's no need for a costume at the end of the month because from the beginning to the end, you're going to be so different. Your costume is the new you, you know? Maybe you should think about that. Like, get a costume that represents this new you, you know? Okay, moving on to your oracle. I'm proud of you. Congrats on the shift. Okay, and we have solo goddess, alone, no untamed. What is this? This is your era to glow for you. It's a throne for your wild, wonderful self. And see, this is what I'm saying. This is a solo moment for yourself. You can even see this woman lounging and being very luxurious in her solitude. Some of you even may have a cat, or also her room is kind of messy. So if you got a messy room, go ahead and get that together. You know what I'm trying to say? But no judgment. Do what you will. But you know, it's given Cinderella. The clock has struck 12 and you've changed, you've grown, you've developed into this new self. And I feel like it's preparing you for whatever October, November, December, excuse me, what November and December have for you, which could involve you have to be out more. More people are asking you to be places. And you don't want to be places when you're not feeling like your best self, you know? And I feel like almost to the charm that I had for this pile, this didn't start off like this. This was very bland. I think it was just like a piece of metal, steel wire and just the crystals. And through the process of electroforming, I was able to plate this with this copper and it really transformed into what you see here. And you're going to do that. Now, that was all I had for these piles. Please, once again, if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can find all my information in the description box below. DM me, hit me up, what have you. I'm excited to be back on YouTube. I feel so good. I mean, it did take quite a while to get this whole thing set up, but we're here. But enough of talk about me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.